rebels, we're going to steal the moon. Welcome. So, to do this glitch today, let's start it off by saying you're gonna need wheel spins. It is a wheel spin glitch that allows you to re-roll. I'm sure some of you have maybe already seen this before. I've covered this method, but I know there's a lot of new people getting into the game right now. So, I'm gonna go show you guys actually how to get wheel spins. But there's also a few things I wanted to add to this method because there's some stuff I've learned, some things that could maybe get you banned if you do it improperly. So let's go get some wheel spins. And if you've already seen how to get wheel spins, skip to like 3 minutes. So the first thing you're actually gonna need is the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. I don't think these are very expensive. You don't need this car to do this method, it just makes it a lot quicker, so hop in that. And you don't have to do it right away, but eventually you want your skill tree to look like this. I don't know how many it takes exactly. You don't need the extra life one, I just filled it in to make it look prettier, I guess. But you don't actually need that one, so I think it should only be like 40 skill points total. And then you're going to want to toss this tune on it right here. You can pause the video. It's again for the Lamborghini Sesto. Now this next part, kind of important. For some reason, people struggle with it. Come to Event Blueprints. What you're going to do is you're going to press your search button and fill in the share code here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that share code, which is right here. And if it isn't working for you, it's not because that this got patched or they took it down or something. This has actually been working for a good couple months. You probably just typed something in wrong. So how about before you comment, you go back and you double check every number and you try again, and then you realize, oh, I accidentally put a 9 instead of a 0 or an 8. You probably did something goofy, but let's do that before we say it doesn't work anymore. And then for difficulty settings, you want to be on auto steering and automatic transmission. Again, if you're doing this on a steering wheel, it's not actually going to work very well for you because the wheel's still going to move on its own. So you want to be on keyboard or preferably controller, I find works the best. And then pretty much you're just going to hold your trigger. It's all you have to do. You're just going to pin the gas. It's going to spin your tires a little bit, but the auto driving is going to guide you right through the middle of all these, and you're going to get 9 to 10 skill points every single time you do this race. And then at the end of the race, don't worry, your skill points have already saved. If you decide you want more, you can restart. Don't worry, it will save everything. Or if you're like, hey, that's enough for me, you can continue like I'm gonna. And then we're gonna come back to the festival or your house, wherever. This is important if you want to stack your wheel spins. And then come to car collection, we're gonna go to Porsche. And then the 2015 right here, you're just gonna purchase as many as you have skill points for. It takes 11 per super wheel spin, so keep that in mind. I think I just bought 4 there. Very quick. And then you're gonna come to designs and paints when you get into it, so that when you choose your car, it actually ends up skipping that cutscene animation for you. I find it saves a bit of time, especially if you're trying to stack up a bunch of them. And then come to car mastery, fill it out exactly like this, and voila, you have your super wheel spin. So I'm going to get us one more here, and now it's time for like the actual glitch part, because that other part's not really a glitch. It's been around for a while. It's just a method to get lots of wheel spins. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to our super wheel spin, and we're gonna, I guess, just open one. We'll let it roll. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get a legendary because I only got 2 this time. But as you can see, right there, we got a purple car. And if I decide I don't actually want that car, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit out of Forza. And yes, this does work on PC as well as Xbox. I'm playing on Xbox. If you're on PC, I believe you just Alt F4 and it closes the game. But then as we load back into the game here, which this is probably gonna take forever actually, as we can see, as we load out of the festival here and head over to My Horizon, we still have both our super wheel spins. But the cool thing is, now that we respin, if you remember, we had a purple one in the first spot there. We yet again have another purple one. So I'm going to explain kind of how this works. Our second slot was also a blue car, and that respawned to a different rare car. I'm going to respin one more time just so I can get this point across, but take a note of our cache right there. So again, I'm going to close out. If you're on PC, Alt F4. So when we come back and we open, you'll see that My Horizon keeps going up. That's just because of silly little notifications like this. We're going to clear those out. But when we re-roll, I'm going to actually skip this time. Now we have the Lamborghini Huracan. The Urus actually stayed, which doesn't actually happen very often. We get the same one. But see how the cache has been exactly 25,000 every single time. You can't use this method to re-roll cache. For some reason, they are able to fix it for that, but not any of the other cars. So I'm actually going to collect the car, and it sells for 120,000. I'm going to show you a method that actually allows us to work a lot better. Oh, okay, that's actually very lucky. this is a very good opportunity for me to explain how Forza Edition cars work. So if you take a note of the Forza Edition cars that I currently have on the screen, I actually already had both of those Forza Edition cars. So now when it respins, it's gonna respin other Forza Edition cars that I currently already have. And these two both fall in that category. But say the I don't know how to say that. You know what I'm talking about though, the middle one. Say I didn't own that one, but I own the one on the right. The one in the middle would re-roll Forza Edition cars that I don't have, but the one on the right would re-roll ones I do have. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you have questions about it, you can ask down below. Forza Edition cars though are the only ones that work with. I don't understand why. I don't know why. I'm gonna try and respin again because that actually was a better first roll. And hopefully this can be a bit of a better spin. I actually got very, oh, okay. You know what? That's perfect. So I have both these cars, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect the prize, and the Forza Edition cars are actually the ones you really want the most, because you can sell them. See, I just made 1.5 million credits for selling both of those. Again, the Sesto I could have sold for more. And again, if you get the Sesto, I recommend you actually sell it. I'm just too lazy. This does work for normal wheel spins. Now I'm going to show you a little trick that is going to allow you to get more cars and sell them back to the game for money, because most of the cars actually sell back to Forza for more. So it is probably going to cost a lot up front, but when you purchase every single car that at least you can get from a wheel spin on the auction house or whatever this is called here, it makes sure so that when you do get that car again in a wheel spin, then you can actually sell it back to Forza. So maybe you don't have to buy all of these, but at least you should buy the expensive ones, and I'll show you two of those. The first one here is the Jaguar D-Type, which is a steep 22 million credits. I know that's a lot of money. And the second one's the Shelby Daytona. I believe these both sell back to the game for over 10 million, so it is worth it if you grind it out. So pretty much you just have to wait till you roll a legendary car, then exit out your game and keep rolling till you get one of those. But it's very easy to do. Now, I do want to mention you can't get banned for doing what I've just shown you in the video here. A method does exist that's a lot riskier and you can get banned for, but I'm not even going to cover that because I don't want anyone here getting banned. What I've just shown you is completely safe. It's been around in the game since the game launched. Anyways, boys, I know I've covered like the bulk of this information before, but I did add some new stuff. Hopefully cleared up some confusion. I know lots of people have around that skill point race. I don't really get it, but hopefully I cleared up a little bit there. If you made it through to the end, let me know down below. I'll give you a heart on the comment. As always, we will see you boys in the next one. Oh my goodness. I am out. Peace. Oh, also Goosey's collab coming very soon.